just got the block back from the machine shop. I was able to wash it there and soak it up with some WD-40 after cleaning all the oil galleys and all that. So about ready to start assembling. I'm not a professional. I don't do this for a living. I'm just putting this thing together. I'm sure there are better ways to do it. I'm sure there are more professional people than me. Not telling you how to build anything, not telling you what's wrong or what's right, just documenting me building this engine. So, that being said, I have cleaned this, ran the brushes through every oil galley and everything. The bearings have already been sized and checked for clearance. Everything is right around 25 10,000ths. The only thing that I'm probably going to have to do is check thrust or end plate on the thrust bearing. Getting this thing set up, and at about 6,000ths, and it's still. Length-free surface.
I was wondering where my lint rollers went.
Yeah, got it. Alright. Got one side done. Now I just gotta do this side. Front to the front. I think it's always one of these dowels is tougher to get on than the other.
We returned the fancy head gaskets, right?
Yeah, so we were gonna do Athena head gaskets, but I talked to Texas Speed and Performance, and they were saying that they had some issues with them cracking cylinder heads, probably because the gasket itself is a composite, and then it has a hoop or a ring. So the only part that's actually supported is the part under that ring. So literally the cylinder head's trying to pull around that ring instead of having this whole metal piece, like the whole thing. There's a plate underneath this gasket, so it supports the cylinder head all the way across. Like the Athena gaskets, the only part that's actually touching the cylinder head or under load is right around here. So like this bolt right here is literally trying to rip the cylinder head down. So I think if they were to do like a stainless steel backing plate or whatever, and then those rings, it would probably work better than the issues that they were talking about. Well, they were talking about like splitting cylinder heads and stuff like that. But anyways, so what we were doing instead is just running some NLX gaskets. They should, from what I've understand, they should be good for what we are doing. Somewhere around 1,300 horsepower-ish range. I need to make sure the brake clean is all right. So if you're ready to go until the camera starts rolling and you realize you're not ready to go.
I don't think the cameras roll anymore.
That's true.
Did you tell the story about your driven oil?
I will tell you a story. I paid like what, $90 for this oil. The funny part about that, or ironic part about that, is at sick week we finished third in unlimited. There's no awards for third, but Derek still called my name and made me walk all the way down there. Anyways, I walked down there and then they're like, hey, Derek, there's no awards for third place. So I'm already walking back up the stairs.
And second place has been announced too, I think.
Yeah. Then they're like, well, we can at least give you a handshake or recognize you and let Tom Bailey shake your hand. And then I think Tom was like, well, we can at least do a 10 quart or 12 quart, whatever it is, of driven motor oil. So I was already
like,
seated.
Come on, go back down there. And he's like,
I was already
not.
seated, and I was like, I'm not going back down there. I was like, I'm never going to use that oil anyways. So then here I am a few months later, and I'm like, man, I really could have used that free oil change.
But he wouldn't walk back down there.
No, I was too prideful. I said, no.
Ooh, you know what we did get that we were missing from our tiny Tetris trailer? We got scissors, which we didn't have, and
the oil filter.
yes, the oil filter wrench. So he will no longer need to borrow your belts.
Yeah, no more borrowing people's belts in parking lots. Yeah, Will showed me that, and I was like, where did you get this?
We got it at Harbor Freight, yeah.
And I was like, okay.
We also got a transmission jack.
Yeah,
but it's a little bulky.
kinda. I mean, you can like stack whatever you want on top of it. Like it's not fragile, so you can like just pile a bunch of stuff on top of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like an umbrella though. It's like if you have it, you're grateful, but if you don't need it, you're almost annoyed that you brought it with you.
Well, yeah, it depends on if we have to take it in and out of the trailer a bunch. And then it becomes annoying. See, if we never use it, and you're always like pulling it in and out, I'm sure it'll be like a resentful type thing. In fact, I hope it is, because I don't ever want to use that thing out, at least out there. I use it at the house.
Neither.
I think about.
Someone's coming now. Oh, it's John.
Oh, gosh.
No.
How's it going, John?
Just talking
It's going.
crap about you.
That's all right. It won't be the first time. It won't be the last.
No, he said he was thankful that you let him use your facilities.
But then the only
He's
weird
probably just
part.
making fun of him.
Oh, I'll let you watch. We can press the
Just
button.
go get the car and bring it over here.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot easier than looking at motor back there.
Alright, just got this bad girl in there. A bad dude, whatever it is. Hopefully this thing works out. Very stressful situation here. I haven't done a short block in a long time. I've never done that last short block. So hopefully everything works out on this deal. Just gotta put some bolts in the bell housing and then start getting the intake and all that jazz on there. What time is it? 8:13. So like 24 hours to build this thing and then get it just in. Still got the push rods, the original push rods, because I went to tie bar lifters. They're a little too short, so gotta order push rods and a few other small things. Do some cold side plumbing and maybe some hot side plumbing, but at least it's in here, so that's a big relief. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Greetings and salivation, everyone. I have decided today's the day to try and crank this thing up for the first time. Should have done it sooner, but I had some issues with exhaust flanges. I had to also fabricate a brand spanking new intake, cold side. It's my best work yet. It was a nightmare, but it was almost a complete failure. I found out why I suck at aluminum. I was doing a lot of aluminum at the shop and I was really confident, really good with it. Came here and it just wasn't working, but I found that one of these, the hose, the gas line that goes into the torch body itself at the base of the machine, was all cracked and mucked up. So it was getting oxygen or atmosphere into it and it was messing up my welds, but I didn't get that figured out until I was halfway through this, so it was already janked up, so I couldn't really get it done and tied to have it to make it look nice. Yeah, so it looks okay. It's there. It's not falling off. Don't worry about it. Stop looking at it. Not a big deal. Anyways, so a couple things. New turbos. We're going to be running E90, but I'm going to crank it up on 93 pump gas. So it'll be on the 93 street tune. What else did we change? Oh yeah, brand new engine except for the crank is the same one from that block. That was the one that got all chewed up. Hopefully everything goes good. I built this engine myself, as you saw earlier. There were some issues. There may be some trash in it because I'm retarded and didn't brush out the crank journals. So hopefully that's good. What else did we change? Oh yeah, we got these nice big -10 vents. Crankcase ventilation tubies that go all the way to the back. Anything else? Did we change anything else? Nothing else?
We spray foamed the
Well, sort of. Got some Flex Seal, some white Flex Seal, and Flex Seal the intercooler tank. That's been done. I think that's everything. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
I think so.
We're using some of this driven racing fuel that I paid for. You know, I was offered a voucher for a free
Case.
quarts. And these giant turbo guards that I had.
I think they're
I
cute.
did not realize that they were this obnoxious. Yeah, so, so we're still waiting on the exhaust clamp. So this one is, if you hear rattling, it is this. That's what it is.
Because we can't wait until it arrives.
Well, I just don't want raw exhaust pouring onto the fuel rails and getting them hot. Yeah, so I'll put water in it. Put it on the ground, roll it out. It's got 8.5 quarts of oil in it. It's got to put 5 gallons of fuel in the street tank. I don't think the hood will fit right now because I think I still got to do some trimming. That's it, right?
I think so.
Alright.
Putting new decals on the doors, but
Yes. So people will
to be
understand.
continued.
We are sponsored by Brightside IT, an IT company for your computer and fax machines. I'm sure Rich still does fax machines.
I think it
right?
just goes to your email now.
Oh, okay.
Email faxes.
eFax. So yeah. So we'll resume this once it's rolled outside and ready to crank. I'm gonna show everything. So I really hope it goes good, because if it doesn't, you may see me cry.
I've never seen that either, so it'll be a first for everyone.
Well, you don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
Timothy can never find anything.
Looking for my giant zip tie. It's about yay long and yay fat.
I saw remnants of them in those boxes I tripped over in the kitchen.
There's only one left. Piece of crap. Where would you be if you were the only zip tie? You'd be hiding, wouldn't you? There's a single one laying somewhere unless I used it. And didn't account for that.
Yeah,
There it is.
glad you found it.
Knew I would find it. Wouldn't you be?
It was right there.
You are a valued member of the team, Mr. Zip Tie.
Thanks.
I think I should just leave it.
It's gorgeous.
People love stuff like this. Just leave the zip tie up there. What do they call it?
Obnoxious.
No. Cable strain relief. I'm in.
The most Dawsonville thing you'll see all day.
That's certified.
Sounds scary.
Gotta go quick before the wood breaks.
Super safe.
Only use the seasoned rotted wood. It's the stiffest, safest stuff out there. And then you have this problem. Gummit.
The realization when you haven't had a good idea.
Feeling it, feeling it. Ready doing, Mr. Crooks?
The Grinch. Do the side view. It's the Grinch.
Does it look okay?
It looks great.
Those Terpskis look giant.
They do.
Do they? I can't tell.
I don't know. They look the same.
I can't tell anymore.
Fueling up.
What?
Fueling up
Yeah.
for the experience of a lifetime.
Go. 93. Brand new, lightweight. In case the tow rig breaks, we can just use this thing to pull the trailer.
Right.
It's rated for like 7 tons. Just 14,000 pounds. Should be good.
It's beautiful.
Huh?
It's beautiful.
Well, it's aluminum too. Not billet though. But it is board. Ready? Heart's pounding on my chest. Seems very successful, almost suspiciously successful. 75 pounds cold oil at like at least 70 degrees out here. That's good, I guess. I put a different oil pump in it. It's the high volume, high pressure. Last time, I think. It's a different part number, but we're using think it's 1040. Yeah, 10W40, which 1540, that's the same viscosity. Anyways, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, got up to 160 degrees, at least on the cylinder head. So oil temp is nowhere near that, but I need to burp the system of water or air in the coolant system. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on the trans brake. I'm gonna do like 3 or 4 very light where you load it up a little bit, get a little bit of load to push the rings out, and then get off of it so the rings can get off the cylinder walls and cool down a little bit. Probably do that like 3 times. Do that, say 3 times, 3 sets of 3. Let it cool down. In between, we'll let it cool down like 20 or 30 minutes. Crank it back up and do another 3 sets of lightly loading it. And then should be good. I'm not gonna drive it until I've got that exhaust fixed because it's gonna be flopping around. But should be good as far as braking. After that, I don't know. Last time all I did was crank it up, put it on the trans brake, like I'm talking lightly load it, and then took it straight to the track, and it was bouncing off the rev limiter, and it was awful. But that's how that other one was broken in, and it turned out fine. Anyways. Success, number 1.